Do you struggle to rank your YouTube videos on the first page of YouTube? You can spend hours and hours, or maybe even days, creating your video, optimizing your video, editing your video, then publishing it and promoting it, but it still doesn't appear in the rankings in YouTube search. So it can be very disheartening, and therefore, you can lose motivation and inspiration. So on today's live stream, if you're watching a replay, I'm going to be talking about how to rank your videos on YouTube. So by finding those low competition keywords. So if you can find keywords that are easy to rank for, then it's much easier to get more views and subscribers, and you can grow your channel fast. My name is Herman Drost. My channel is all about how to grow your audience on YouTube so you can generate traffic, leads, and sales on autopilot. And even when you rank one video on the first page of YouTube, that's a cause for celebration. But if you rank multiple videos, then that traffic starts increasing over and over, because it's a long-term game. So the more videos you put up, then the more traffic you're getting on your channel. We're going to be looking at those low competition keywords because they're easier to rank for than the very high competitive keywords. Like, what's your biggest struggle with keyword research? Is it coming up with the right keywords? Is it tools you use, etc.? So put your answer in the chat, or put it in the comments if you're watching the replay. Finding low competition keywords that are easy to rank for, I want to look at some of the main benefits of doing this. And one of them is that it's easy to rank long tail keywords. Instead of ranking for the, like a single keyword, then it's much easier to rank for what's called long tail keywords. These are keywords that are, or keyword phrases, I should say, that are like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, might be even 6 or 7 words in that keyword phrase. And they are, they're not as competitive as like a single keyword. So for instance, if you put marketing, that's like a one word, and it'd be no way you're going to rank for marketing. So you have to kind of expand and look at all the different keyword phrases, which we're going to look at later, how you do that, to look at that less competitive keyword phrase, and then you can actually target that and easily rank your videos. So it takes less time to rank for low competition keywords, and instead of like single keywords. So it's even not worth even going after a singular keyword, but it's much better if you can, you're going to take less time to rank for those less competitive keywords. And another thing is that you're competitive. If you do your keyword research well, then your competitors are probably not targeting the low-hanging fruit, or the less competitive keywords, or long-tail keywords. So it takes a bit of research, and keyword research is really the foundation. If you make the strong foundation at the beginning of your video, then it's more likely that your video will do well. So usually I spend at least an hour, doing keyword research, if not more. And I'm always looking for potential great keyword phrases to go after. So your competitors probably don't want to spend that much time looking for those particular keyword phrases, but sometimes you can find great gems that you can target, and then you can, rank your videos for those. So You also have the ability to target terms that are highly relevant to your target audience. Often, when you're looking at a long phrase, then it's more specific to your target audience. You know, it could be a question that your target audience is asking. So, if you and we'll look at that later, there's a tool you can use to target specific questions in your niche. So the longer phrase can be more specific, and you can even target like buyer keywords, can be within that targeted keyword phrase. So then you could potentially make more sales with a lower search volume than a high search volume that is more competitive. And then the more relevant the content, the more likely you'll convert viewers to subscribers, because you're kind of laser focused on that long tail keyword phrase. So it becomes a more sharper focused phrase than sort of a generic phrase. And then you can also rank for a wide variety of low volume keywords at once. So this multiplies your traffic potential. So if you bundle up a bunch of these low competition keywords together, then initially the video may it might not get a lot of traffic initially, but over the course of time, and I've realized this through doing YouTube for, oh my goodness, since 2006. So been at it a while, but I found actually that videos where I've targeted the low competition keyword, they will do well weeks, months, or even years into the future. So they may not rank very well or get a lot of traffic right off the bat, but as they're stewing on YouTube and as more people find them, then it gets a lot of traffic, and it helps grow your channel. And this is a great strategy for small YouTubers, because as a small YouTuber, then it's much more difficult, if you're trying to get into a niche that's highly competitive or very popular, then you think, how can I break into that niche? So by targeting these low competition keywords, then you have a better chance of your video ranking on the first page of YouTube. So that's some of the best benefits. Just to keep in mind that everything takes a bit of time, but sometimes you can rank immediately. But we'll look at that a little bit later. But here's an example of a video that this was when was this? A few weeks or months ago. So I targeted the main keyword phrase, how to find a YouTube channel, but that was kind of too competitive. So, but then I discovered a longer tail keyword phrase, which is like 7 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. How to find a YouTube channel without knowing the name. So after I targeted that particular keyword phrase and then optimized the video, the thumbnail, etc., then now it ranks on page 1 of YouTube, and I have ranking positions number 1 and 2. One for ranking a YouTube channel, find a YouTube channel, and the other one, how to find a YouTube video without knowing the name. So as a result, I get a continuous source of traffic from these videos. And fortunately, this is also an example of another one, or this is a video that just another example of a video I just did a few days ago, where I targeted how to create multiple YouTube channels, but then under one account, 2020. So often, if you put the year, then that helps to get it ranking. So now it's currently ranking number 2 on page 1 of YouTube, and even create multiple YouTube channels under one account, it still ranks for that particular keyword phrase on page 1 of YouTube. So you can rank. This is a great thing, is that when you target, I probably should have put this in the benefits, but when you target a longer keyword phrase, you can sometimes rank for multiple phrases within that long tail keyword phrase. So in this instance, I'm ranking for how to create multiple YouTube channels under one account 2020, and then leave off the how to, and then without the 2020. So I'm ranking on the first page of YouTube for multiple keyword phrases by just targeting this long tail keyword phrase. So that's kind of how you can easily rank by targeting these less competitive or low competition keyword phrases. And here's another result. Oh, let's see. I'll put that in there. Okay. I thought I put a slide in there, but just to mention that I'm also ranking on Google search, page 1 of Google search for that, not for this one, but for I didn't check that, but for this particular keyword phrase, how to find YouTube channel without knowing the name. So if you search that in Google, then you'll find a huge thumbnail appearing at the top of the rankings. So you can rank, if you rank in Google search and YouTube search, you can get double the amount of traffic, and that can really help to grow your channel. So here are some steps to find low competition keywords. So step 1, you want to put your root phrase into the Autosuggestion tool of YouTube search. So I got how to find a YouTube channel, and then if you've got keywords everywhere installed, you'll see all the search volume. So as soon as you put that main keyword phrase into YouTube search, you'll get these bunch of suggestions. So this main keyword phrase gets 1,300 searches per month, but as you'll find out later, it's a bit too competitive. So then I go to TubeBuddy. This is a Chrome extension, so you can get it at tubebuddy.com/iSiteBuild and get 20% off with Herman's Buddy using the promo code. But here I've got how to find a YouTube channel. The overall score is fair, and as you can see, the number of videos in the search results, 136 million, so very competitive. And then number of monthly searches, estimated 8.6 thousand. And then over on the right, I've got, this is video searches. So this is the searches that are in YouTube. So here you've got all these suggestions of video searches that you'll find in TubeBuddy. So I don't want to go after this particular keyword phrase because I got an overall score of that's fair. So it's going to be too difficult to rank for that one. So what I do is I pick up one of these particular keyword phrases on the right, how to find a YouTube channel without knowing the name. And what I'm doing is I'm checking the web searches. So if you check the video searches, then you can rank in YouTube. If you check the web searches, you know that particular keyword phrase is also good for Google search. So if you can, get that double whammy, then you can get that double keyword, double traffic from ranking YouTube search and Google search. So here I'm going for the a less competitive phrase like how to find a YouTube channel without knowing the name. So I'll highlight that, and then so number of monthly searches is less. And if I go to the next slide, then showing here. So I put that into the search, YouTube search, and then keywords everywhere says, instead of 1,300 searches per month, for how to find a YouTube channel, this 7-word keyword phrase gets a search volume of 210 searches per month. So how to find a YouTube channel, 1,300 searches per month. The less competitive keyword phrase which only has 210 searches per month would be easier to rank for. So that's why that's the beauty of going for that low competition keyword phrase. So if I put that into TubeBuddy and I then check the results, so you just click the results tab in TubeBuddy, and then up pops the top videos in the YouTube search results. So because I targeted this particular keyword phrase several weeks ago, then my video, of course, appears 1 and 2 in the YouTube search results. So if you do this for a competitive, for a low competition keyword, and you don't find a video that has that exact title on the video, then you have a good chance of ranking for that particular keyword. So what you want to look for is that a keyword phrase that appears in YouTube suggestions, gets a good excellent or very good score in TubeBuddy, and then the competition, nobody's really targeting that exact keyword phrase. So even the third one from Think Media says how to come up with a YouTube name, 3 tips, mistakes to avoid. That, it's not the exact phrase that people have been typing into YouTube search. That's why these videos, my videos are ranking at the top. So once you've done that, then of course you got to optimize. That's like the foundation for your YouTube video to rank, but you still got to do other things to help it rank. So TubeBuddy has another great tool that's in beta stage, and this is the SEO Studio tool, which helps you to optimize your title, description, and tags for that video. So all you have to do is just enter your main targeted keyword phrase in there, and then it'll, for your title, and then it'll spit out the possible keyword phrases that you can use in your description and in your tags. So even when you go to optimize your tags, once you've uploaded your video, then YouTube below the video will show you all the possible tags that you could use to add to your video, add to your video description. So that's actually a great tool to use. And then of course you want to create an eye-catching thumbnail. So there's many tools that you can use. Canva is free online graphic software. You can use that. You can just go to canva.com, and then you can choose any of the number of templates. You can modify the templates. Thumbnail Blaster is great because it also has a number of templates, and also you can do split testing with Thumbnail Blaster. And then TubeBuddy also has you can make thumbnails in TubeBuddy, and also has a split testing feature if you upgrade to the Legend version, so you can compare 2 different thumbnails and then see which one's getting the most traffic. So you want to create an eye-catching thumbnail that kind of stands out from your competitors' thumbnails. And then if you do that, then when people click on your thumbnail, then they're going to watch your video. If they don't click on your thumbnail, then all that work you've done, keyword research and optimizing the title, description, tags, will kind of be a waste of time. So we want to make sure the thumbnail really stands out. And YouTube says, if you get a high click-through rate, CTR, then the chances are that your thumbnail will be promoted, on other people's watch pages. So you want to put all that together to make sure that your video, after you've done all your keyword research, stands out in the search engines. So here are the results of optimizing for that long tail keyword phrase, or for that less competitive keyword phrase. And then here's the result in Google, page one, number one. So you get this, if you're lucky, you can get this huge thumbnail that dominates Google search. So that's why oftentimes my most of my traffic results will come from external traffic, which is Google search. So you can get a lot of traffic from Google search and a lot of traffic from YouTube search. So Rob's saying he uses Canva. Yeah, I use Canva a lot. I've used Thumbnail Blaster, and now I use Pixelmator Pro. I've kind of been playing around with that, and it's probably not as easy to use as Canva, but it does a great job. But there's a lot of other ones. I think there's other ones you can use on your phone as well, but I don't use my phone because it's kind of harder to see how things look. But you definitely want to check how your thumbnail looks at a smaller size, as well as how it looks on your computer. So what are some other ways to find low competition keywords? Because I just outlined the auto-suggestion tool, YouTube search, the keywords everywhere, and then also using TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is great because it kind of saves you a lot of time. I think, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Rob was mentioning that there's a free thumbnail maker, but these watermarks. So yeah. So I think Snapseed. I don't know if you have to pay for that. That's another one that's good for photography and for making thumbnails, as a phone app. But let's look at some other ways to find low competition keywords. So recently, a guy called Neil Patel, I think his name is, he's been working with the Ubersuggest. This is, if you go to ubersuggest.com, you can use this tool for optimizing, for getting keyword research done. And recently came up with a Chrome extension, and I love this tool because you can just, it's a free extension. You can just add it to Chrome, and it does things similar to the Keywords Everywhere tool. So if I put in how to make a video, then it gives you the monthly searches and also shows you the suggested keywords. So, and then next to it, you see this view all. So you can click on view all, and then it'll give you the graphical data as well. So it's going to break down the search volume over the last 12 months. If the keyword has any seasonal trend, if it's like a hot trend that people are, searching on, then how competitive keyword is to rank for. So it looks at the SEO difficulty, looks at gives you the search volume, the paid difficulty, and then also the cost per click. So how many people even click on any of the listings. And then it also looks, if you look down the bottom, I don't know if you can see that, but it gives you the age range for that particular keyword. So, and then on the left, yeah, I don't know if you can see that there, but it also shows you the whether the keyword appears more on mobile than it does on the desktop. So usually more people use a desktop, but I know with YouTube, a lot of people use their phone. So it kind of gives this nice breakdown, a bit more than Keywords Everywhere gives you, but looks at all these other statistics, the age range, the devices, the competitiveness of the keyword. So So I find this tool pretty handy as an extra tool in your arsenal. And another thing it does, like if you're on YouTube and then you do a search in YouTube, then it'll show you this list, the more keyword suggestions that I showed previously, just appearing on the right side of your search. So, so that, whenever you do a search in YouTube, then it'll show you all this this cost per clicks, search difficulty, etc. And so you can quickly see from a quick glance, what kind of keywords maybe you should go after. So ideally, you want to go after keywords that get a good search volume. But what I'm saying today is go after those low competition keywords that don't get as much volume as a highly competitive keyword phrase. So even if you get a search volume of like 100 searches per month, that seems really low. But if you bundle those together with multiple low competition keyword phrases, then after a while you can start ranking for multiple phrases, and then over time that will build up the traffic momentum on your channel. Another tool you can use is answerthepublic.com, and I mentioned this before, is that there are people that are entering questions in the search engines. So sometimes when they enter their queries in the search engine, they'll use prepositions, they'll use comparisons. So questions could be how long does it take to get monetized on YouTube? Prepositions, could be simple things like in one day, or I can't think of all the prepositions now, but comparisons, comparing say like a brand account to a personal account. So this camera versus this camera. So say if you're comparing cameras, then you could have a long tail keyword phrase that talks about this particular camera versus this particular camera. And then because you're targeting that long tail keyword phrase, you get a lot of traffic because people want to see a comparison of these two different cameras. And then it also shows you related keyword phrases. So the beauty about this is a lot of people just putting questions into the search engines, and Answer the Public will, did I spell that right? Oh. Answer the Public will show you these where, why, what, how questions, and it'll also give you prepositions, comparisons, alphabeticals, and related. So that's another great tool to find those low competition keywords. So here's an example of the letter A, so and then B, C, so it goes all through the alphabetical listings for particular questions. And then if you have keywords everywhere installed, then you'll also be able to see the search volume. As you can see here, you see the questions, and then beside it you'll see the search volume for that particular keyword phrase. So that's the beauty of those two working in tandem. And here's another thing you can do is add letters before add letters before or during or after the particular keyword phrase. So like here I'll put fix a flat tire as the main keyword phrase, but then you do A, B, C, or D. So in this case, B, best way to fix a flat tire, and so on. And then you can also put an underscore in between words. So fix and then fixer and then an underscore flat tire. So then you get fix a bike flat tire, fix a bicycle flat tire, fix a car flat tire. So you can kind of, this in your keyword research, you can quickly find these different combinations for particular keyword phrases. So here I've used the underscore before. So when you put underscore fix a flat tire, then I got how to fix a flat tire on a bike, and then I've got underscore after fix a flat tire sealant, and I got underscore during the phrase, so fix a bike flat tire, fix a bicycle flat tire, etc. So now you can see that you can experiment just by putting these I don't know what you call them, elements before the phrase, after the phrase, in the middle of the phrase, or next to a particular word. And then if you've got keywords everywhere installed, then immediately you'll be able to see the search volume and cost per click. So that's kind of a handy technique you can use to find those gems that you can target. So here are some keyword research tips that you can use, in doing your keyword research. So you want to identify the low-hanging fruit. So these are long tail keyword phrases that are easier to rank for. They call them low-hanging fruit. And then you want to target keywords that are 100% relevant to your audience. So you want to, if you've got a main keyword phrase, then you want to expand that keyword phrase to all different particular keyword phrases, but keep them relevant to to your audience. So why you want to do that? Because if you put that into a playlist and you link to the playlist, then people are going to see that all those videos in that playlist are related to each other. So then they can binge watch one video after another. And if they do that, then your video will be more likely it gets suggested by YouTube. So the suggested videos will appear on the right side of the watch page and below the video on the YouTube app. So so by building those relevant keyword phrases together, putting them into a playlist, then YouTube will be promoting those particular those particular videos. And just a caveat to that, I think this last week, YouTube made the announcement that they and I didn't like this, but I guess a lot of people are not using it, is that they're deprecating official playlists or what's called series playlists. So usually a series playlist or an official playlist was one which YouTube would show, or that would show the videos in that playlist based upon people's browsing behavior. But because a lot of people weren't using official playlists, that they decided to deprecate that. So I don't know if they've done that already, but they warned that, I think also the auto ad playlists and the deprecation of series playlists is coming up. So just to let you know about that. I also want to aim for a wide variety of low volume terms. So in your keyword research, you want to open up a Google Doc or a Google spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, and just put all these keyword phrases in the Google spreadsheet. And sometimes I do this in my keyword research. I'll look at competitors' videos that are targeting the same keyword phrase or similar keyword phrase, and I'll go into the comments and I'll start looking at all the questions that people are asking. And so you can look at that on your own videos. You can look at that on your competitors' videos, and it kind of gives you an idea that you can tap into the mind of your target audience, and then you might want to incorporate that content into your videos. So it's not going to be the same as your competitor, but you can approach it from a different angle. It's going to give you new ideas of content or future videos that you can make. So looking at in the comments or for the questions that people are asking, in your own videos, your competitors' videos, Answer the Public, YouTube suggestion tool, TubeBuddy, all these particular tools, you can find these gems to go after, so you can easily rank your YouTube videos. Daughter of Darkness is saying that is official playlist the same as a recently uploaded playlist? No, it's the official playlist is the same as a series playlist. You have to kind of check the box in your playlist settings to make sure that your playlist is a series or an official playlist. So it's not the same as a recently uploaded playlist, but they're going to do away with that. But yes, different things. And yeah, the auto adding a videos, I think is also going away. Check the competitiveness of your keyword phrase in YouTube search and the auto suggestion feature. Then add videos, add related videos to the playlist, into a playlist. So when you're coming up with doing your video research, you also want to think of a video series ahead of time. So recently I've been talking about monetizing YouTube videos, that sort of thing. So I've been kind of working on a series of monetizing your videos. So, and then when you get to the end of your video, then you can link to that video in the playlist or link directly to the playlist. So one thing to keep in mind is when you link to a video in the end screen or in the card, if you want to link to a video in the playlist, you have to select video, not playlist. So when you choose that element, you just the element's going to be video, not playlist, and then you can choose the video that's actually in the playlist to link to. And then if people click on that video, then they're going to see all the other videos that are in that playlist, and they can binge watch those related videos. And then also, you also want to track the performance of the videos for those particular YouTube topics. So if you see that when you go into YouTube Analytics and then you find your top videos, your videos, the top 10 videos, it shows top 10 videos, but then you can also go into the Reach tab and you can look at suggested videos, you look at the YouTube search videos, and you see which videos are getting the most traffic from YouTube search, from suggested videos, from Google search. And then if you find those videos doing well, then you can double down and create more of those particular types of videos. So that's, instead of identifying low competition keyword phrases, you can double down on the videos that are already doing well, and then do a whole circle of videos that are doing well. So that's a great way to capitalize on top performing videos. And the same applies if you find a trending topic, then if that trending topic's doing really well and you can get a video out there before anybody else does, you can actually do well with a trending video. So that's much harder to do, but I find that if you keep an eye on your YouTube analytics and look for those top performing videos and then double down on those particular topics, then and then look for those long tail keyword phrases around that particular topic, then you can actually do well with the rankings. And then you also want to check your keyword rankings in YouTube and Google. So TubeBuddy has, I think if you upgrade to the Pro version or Legend version, you can track the rankings of like 50 particular keywords, and you can track the rankings in YouTube, track the rankings in Google as well. So I'll put I've got a video in the description, but also put a link to this in the end screen so you can check out that particular video. But check it out in the description, check it out in the end screen.